YouTube and Instagram. Well, you're fucking watching this crap on. I, the world famous fucking marijuana man, here broadcasting from the Great White North. Doing some bong hits in the blistering cold. And look what we got here. The almighty corporate sludge, boys and girls. Ah. And so today we're going to fuck up our shit with some bong hits and the goddamn fucking sublimator. Oh, we'll sing a nice song, folks. This song's going out to all the world leaders. You know, the stupidest people on earth. Oh, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Yeah, if you fucking CKYA. I really hate your fucking guts. I'd like to kick you in the fucking nuts. So fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. F you fucking CKYA. Oh yeah. And that goes out to all the world leaders out there. Whatever world it may be that you're leading. Thankfully, I have nothing to do with it. And here we go. Fire in the Hall. Oh, I thought my Instagram was on, but it's actually not. There we go. Oh, hello, little Insta fuckers. We've been live here on YouTube for about 2.5 minutes, and we thought you Insta fuckers were with us, but you weren't with us. But now you are with us. And we had just packed a bowl, and now we're going to smoke it and get all fucked up. Fire in the Hall. Oh, oh fuck. Oh, 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 oh. Hello? I'm pretty fucked up. I thought I'd let you know that I'm fucked up every morning. And I'm fucked up every fucking afternoon. And you might as well have guessed it. I'm fucked up in the evenings too. You know those 365 days of the year. You can find me. You can find me fucked up each and every fucking one of them. I'm fucked up here and there. I'm fucked up all around the goddamn fucking square. Yes. Being fucked up. That's what I do. Da da da. Da da da. Da 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 da. Hey, I knew a girl named Watermelon, and she used to paint watermelons on her breasts. She was like a double D, you know what I'm saying? And she'd paint actual watermelons on her breast and walk around town topless, and it would look like there's watermelons hanging from her chest. Oh, it was good times. Back in them good old days. Zippity doo dah, zippity yay. We like to paint tits as watermelons every day. Well, we do. Matter of fact, we used to even call her Watermelon. Oh, fuck, it's true. Anyways, here we go. Fire in the hall. Whoa, whatever the fuck that was. Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, she painted a sausage on my penis one time, too. Yeah. So we're going to have to refill our jar after tonight. It's running low. Luckily, we have endless jars of marijuana to refill it with. Being marijuana is like has no value anymore in Canada. Remember when I was saying I paid the big $31 an ounce for this stuff? Well, you can't even find shit that expensive anymore unless you're dealing with some middleman getting ripped off. No, now you saw the other day we text Slick Willie, and now it's like $18 an ounce for the same shit. It's dropping by the hour. You don't want to buy too much. But you know, there is a trick to it, folks. Every year it drops quite dramatically, even when it was expensive. Just around this time of the year, between May and mid-June, it hits its final all-time low, which I'm sure it's even going to go lower. I'm expecting it to go to about $2.25 a pound. And then after June, it starts to rise again. Now, in the old days, it would rise to like $3,200 a pound, but those days are long over, folks. Now it's going to rise to the big bucks will be probably about $900, maybe even $1,100 a pound come September. And then it'll finally drop again. Almost immediately come mid-September, it'll drop back down to $400 or $500 a pound. And it'll sit there until it gets to around this time of the year again, and then it'll start to plummet again even more. I expect next year things to be even cheaper, and this year, next year, it'll probably plummet to like $150 a pound or something. And so, I mean, the price is already overinflated, as cheap as you may think it is, folks. It's way overinflated. There's like 1 million marijuana plants in Canada for every marijuana smoker. Marijuana is being tossed in the garbage every day because there's nobody to fucking smoke it. You know, you can't sell it for any amount of money because people are like, I got lots. Sorry. Just how much fucking weed am I supposed to stockpile here? You know? And so that's how it is. You're lucky to get any money at all in the Canadian market. Most people don't get anything, you know? They have to like turn it into shatter or something. Even that, it's flooded, right? Shatter's like $10 a gram, you know? But I guess it's better than no money at all. Oh, yeah. But here on the island that I live on, folks, the big ripoff is prevalent here. So a lot of people are paying $100 for an ounce out here, folks, just because they're clueless to the situation and their dealer's just ripping them off, right? It is. And so I go to the park, you know, and I flag some $50 ounces. 10 of them gone in 5 minutes. They think it's the best deal they've ever seen. I'm like, I doubled my money. yeah. I could charge them $75 and it would have still been a deal to them. They're all used to paying like $100, they tell me. I'm like, who's ever charging you $100 is a scumbag. That he's straight up ripping you off. I mean, there's no way he's paying more than $300-400 on every pound. And so, yeah. $100 an ounce, that's like $1,600 on the pound. Holy fuck. That guy's making some big coin. If you can find the suckers to buy it, right? That's the real trick. But yeah. La 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 la. I mean, he's making $1,300 on a $300 investment. Oh yeah, that's straight up scumbag behavior. And so here we go, folks, fire in the hole. Fucking $100 an ounce. I've shipped it to Brazil for less. Holy fuck. Oh my god. Guy should be shot, shit, and pissed on, and then disemboweled and fed to wolves. You know what I'm saying? No, it's true. That's what should be happening here. Oh, folks, so get this. There's this guy, right? And he's a murder for hire guy for gangsters, and he's killed lots of people, and you know that's what murder for hire people do. And the police found $500,000 of mysterious money in his house that they repossess and have put a warrant out for his arrest, as these kinds of things happen when you're in that kind of business, right? And then, folks, there's this other guy. He's also a murder for hire dude, and he's in the kind of similar situation, but doesn't really know the other guy. They've never met, or so we are to believe, right, folks? But just recently, there was a plane crash in Northern Ontario, and guess what? Both murder to hire guys were on that plane together. And this was only a 10-seater, and 4 people died, right? And I think 8 people were on the plane. So the 4 people who died were the pilot, co-pilot, and these 2 murder for hire dudes. And they all come from the same town. Even the pilot and co-pilot and the survivors all come from Richmond here in BC. But the police was unaware any of these people knew one another. And then, well, no big surprise, you know, Rocky and Bullwinkle here in Canada, folks, and not capable of figuring out much. And and then there's the 4 survivors, right, which of course told the pigs to go fuck themselves. And so they can't get any information out of those people because a smart man, innocent or guilty, never talks to police. Because even if you're innocent, folks, you start talking to police and they might think you're guilty all of a sudden. There's no way of knowing what goes on in their fucking mind. And it's best you shut your fucking yap. Yeah. and just let them, their minds go wherever it goes and deal with it when you get to court, right? At least you didn't add any bullshit to the bullshit that's already there. You know? It's best you only have to battle their bullshit. You don't want to have to battle your own bullshit you made up and their bullshit. It's more work than you fucking need to do. You know? You're only required to disprove their bullshit. You're not required to give a statement or say anything about what you think the facts are, right? Oh, yeah, no. Fuck. Who gives a fuck what the facts are? You know? Like, I see these people, folks, they're going to court, you know? Some fucking drunk driver has ran over their kid and killed them, killed their little 7-year-old daughter. I would have just shot the guy, right? Because I already know it's the only way you're going to get justice. I would have just walked up to the guy in front of the courthouse, laid him full of lead. The police would have gone, drop it. And then I would have dropped it and put up my hands. I would have been arrested. I would have been out 3 days later and fucking never one day in jail after that. And that piece of shit would be dead, never to harm anybody again, right? But anyways, there was a guy in Texas when I lived in Florida who did that. He did it right in the courthouse. It was pretty awesome. The video, folks, has him talking on back then there were payphones, right? This is before cell phone days. And the guy's talking on the payphone. And the guy who's molested his son, this is what the case was about. It was a karate teacher who molested his son, had like 5 police officers walking around him. I guess they suspected something was going to happen to him. And they're walking by the fucking payphones, and the guy's talking on the phone, and just as they're right beside him, he pulls out the gun, lays it right between 2 police officers, and goes fucking lays about 10 rounds into the guy before the cops tell him to stop. Oh, yeah. And do you know what happened to him, folks? This is the wonderful United States, where you're allowed to defend yourself against scum like that, unlike here in Canada. And nothing happened to him. He was found to be in self-defense due to insanity because of what that scumbag had done to his family. Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. Oh, I wish there were more outcomes like that. It gives me good feelings inside, you know? But anyways, I would rather capture the person, disembowel them, and feed them to wolves, right? And maybe before we call in the wolves, throw some vinegar on the disembowelment. Oh yeah, while you're disemboweled, folks, and your intestines are laying on the floor, one can keep you alive for 3-4 hours in that condition, which I would of course do. And have you enjoy every fucking moment. Oh yeah, that's what they used to do during the Spanish Inquisition. And then finally, when they see you're about to go, then they feed you to the wolves. And you can watch the wolves eating your intestines while you finally fade off. Oh yeah. And so, yeah. But anyways, you see these people and they go to court for these situations and they're like, I have faith in the justice system. And I'm just like, were you born yesterday? I believe the truth will come out. Oh, folks, I've been to court a lot, and one thing I've never seen happen is the truth come out. Oh, we all agree to a story at the end of the day, but it has nothing to do with the fucking actual facts of the situation. Oh, fuck. Nothing. Yeah. Oh, the truth will come out in your dreams. You know? Holy man, you live in a. These people that say these things, they just live in a fantasy land that it's just not reality, right? It's just, I don't know what the fuck's going through their mind that they think the truth is going to come out in the courtroom. And just bewildered. Yeah, when I was in jail for 2 years, folks, for my crimes against humanity at the time, just a sec. There was this guy in the jail. He first got moved to our cell block. That's how come I know about him. And he was a drunk driver who ran over somebody's little boy. And so, anyways, nobody wanted to be his friend. I remember him trying to talk to me, and I threw my mashed potatoes in his face and told him that if he speaks to me over here ever again, see that big guy over there? I'll pay him money to make sure you never speak to anyone ever again. And so he didn't really have too many conversations with me. But, you know, other people would punch him in the face, and he was getting beaten up a lot. But, you know, who the fuck cares? He's a piece of shit. And so they moved him to protective custody. Oh, they did, folks. Oh, yeah. Where he was in a solitary confinement cell, and nobody can get to him, right? And then one Saturday afternoon, we hear the blue bells go, the little blue lights go in the building. That means there's something bad has happened, and people with riot gear are on their way to the situation, and that you better duck and cover, or you might get hit in the head with a bat, right? For those who haven't been there before, that's what the blue sirens mean. And so, I mean, you crunch up in a ball and don't look up, and you might avoid being hit by it in the head with a bat. And so the blue lights go off. We're like, oh, fuck. And so we all crunch up in a ball and sit in our area, and they run over to the other side, the seaside, where it's protective custody and solitary confinement. And Buddy is found dead in his cell, beaten to death. Oh, yeah. I guess he ran over the wrong kid, you know? Somebody really didn't like him. And so, yeah, he had it rough. I remember that guy. Another time in the same place, folks, there's a guy like 4 cells over from me. I knew that guy pretty well because he let me use his cell phone one time. And when you're in maximum security, cell phones are hard to come by, to say the least. And so, but this guy was always hooked up with whatever the fuck you need. You want some LSD, some weed, heroin, coke, crack, PCP, cell phone, whatever. Anyways, one day they're doing cell searches, right? And they go and search his cell, right? They do these randomly, you know, fuck it. There's no way of knowing when it's going to happen. They just decide. It's not like a scheduled thing or anything. They're just like, oh, we're bored. Let's do some cell searches. And so they do that. And so they search his cell, right? And they don't find no cell phone because he knows how to hide that shit. But they found a case of live lobsters. No lie, folks. This is maximum security, too. A case of live lobsters and 5 bottles of champagne. Oh, yeah, this guy was living large. And so it ended up making the newspapers and everything, you know. They called it Lobstergate. It's pretty hilarious shit. Anyways, that guy got taken away to solitary confinement, and that really sucked because he was a cool guy. Oh, fuck. And so, yeah. That's how it was. Nothing happened to the English guy. COVID happened. The fucking COVID restrictions here in Canada stop him from fucking flying on a plane. So then he had a Volvo, folks. I mean, he paid $120,000 for this car, brand new. It's a piece of shit, right? Doesn't work. So he can't travel anywhere in this piece of shit car. He fights with them, getting it to fix because it's a brand new car and it's under warranty. And so they spend 2 years trying to get the car to fucking work. And then they finally reimburse him 100% for his money, but not for his fucking time they wasted and all the bullshit he went through. What? So now he's bought himself a Toyota Highlander. I know nothing about this vehicle, but I'm sure it's nice because he's a high roller. He says it's $30,000 cheaper and likely much more reliable, being the other car didn't work at all. And so and so there you go. The Volvo would crap out if it was cold, which this is the Great White North, so it's cold all the time, or if it's wet. Oh yeah, and if you put it in storage like he did for 3 months, oh, then you can't recharge the battery either. It's fucked. And so there you go. And so he's got a new vehicle now, and he claims he's going to start traveling. I mean, this ain't a short trip. He's 7,500 kilometers away. But you can do it in a vehicle. I've done it before. And so we'll see what happens. He needs to get himself a private jet. That's what I was telling him. He needs to get one of those 10-seater private jets. Fuck him. Fuck all that bullshit. And so here we go. La la la. La 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 la. Oh, it's like minus 400 here, folks. It's supposed to be, this is supposed to be the warmest climate in Canada here. And normally around this time, it's 15, 20 degrees during the day. And nice and sunny. But not this year, folks. It's freezing ass cold every fucking day still. No sun to be heard or seen from. I may have to ask the sun god to show himself. Oh, yeah. But he probably won't give a fuck, right? That's how the sun god is. We don't. Yeah, the sun don't give a fuck, exactly. And so, that's how it is. What can we do? And so it's like minus 400, you know? So I got the 2 gone and the 5 layers of clothing and that kind of stuff. Now we're going to do a bong hit here. That's why nobody fucking lives here, folks. You know, it's the second largest country in the world. And only like 35 million people live here. More people live in Los Angeles than all of Canada. Oh, yeah. I like it that way myself. Well, you know, it's that way because nobody wants to be here because it's fucking freezing cold, right? It was brutal, brutal life. Mm. Oh, it is. Oh, yeah, the True TV video. Are they still running that Syndicast? It's pretty hilarious. I mean, it's like 15 years old now. But I signed a contract with them saying they can run it for as long as they want and say whatever bullshit they want about it. So they're gonna, I guess, do that. It's pretty hilarious stuff. I watched the video once. I was laughing. Oh, yeah, I profited from it. Not only did law enforcement pay me money for the video and for making of the video and helping them on that case, but then Turner Broadcasting also paid me $5,000 to run that video on True TV and make up whatever shit they want about it and run it for as long as they want. That's why I signed that contract. And yeah. And so, yeah, it was a good day. But back then, I was a high roller, so that really wasn't that much money. I mean, I spent more money in that on my dog's leg. You know, my dog's leg is worth $11,600. Oh, and that doesn't include the random visits in between that made that moment possible. Oh, yeah. Back in the good old days, we were high rolling, you know? Make that kind of money in a week. And so, yeah, she has titanium implants in her leg. And not just once, but it was done twice. And so we're going to do another big fat bong hit. It's going to be a glorious moment in time. Yeah, they give away free weed in Vancouver to tourists. Yeah, if they line up at that weed exchange downtown. Yeah, they'll even give it to tourists. They don't ask for ID there. If you line up to get free weed, they'll give it to you. Good old Neil Magnuson runs that program. You can see Neil Magnuson in one of my 420 videos. I think the one where Cypress Hill performs. He talks about the event before it starts, and when they're just starting to set up and stuff. Yeah, no, they only give marijuana products there. Yeah. The good old marijuana. Well, my Instagram's fucking up again, so I think we'll kill the Instagram. Oh, yeah. Take another swig of my sludge. But yeah, though I was making the big bucks then, I was spending them too, folks. I was paying rent in Vancouver at 3 separate locations. Oh, yeah. One for my office, one for my home, and one for my family home. Rents in Vancouver are the highest in the country. I used to take my kids to the Hyatt, folks, and other 5-star restaurants to have breakfast or lunch. Like every day. Yep. So it was easy come, easy go. Because you want me to be in the shed, Sam. Everybody says be in the shed. Especially Sam. He was praying about it the other day, and now it has come to pass. So, anyways, we're going to do a fat bong hit here. Yeah, there's a guy, he paid me to put him in my cooler there. Or I think he was paying me not to put him in the cooler. Or, anyways, I was confused, so I just chopped him up and threw him in the cooler. And so that's where he hangs out. Oh, I hear crazy stuff going on outside. Let's hear. Well, thought I heard a scream, somebody getting stabbed or something. You know, after living in downtown Vancouver, you hear somebody getting stabbed every, half an hour down there. So now it's got like PTSD from it all. Everywhere I go, I hear people getting stabbed. Yeah. That's, just a sec. Now I hear something else. Ah, I'm back. My neighbor was knocking on the door because their cat was on our balcony and they couldn't jump off of it. Oh. So, anyways, Yeah, I can get shatter for $300 an ounce. And so what's that? It's like $10.50 or something like that. A gram. But I don't have any right now. Whew. Oh, it's the last of my sludge. Yeah. So anyways, I gotta run. It's been a blast. We'll have to do this again sometime. Peace out.